The Topp Pro TXO-234 MKII is an active analog crossover. You can set up both mono and stereo mode. If you set into stereo mode, it can play 2-way or 3-way. If you set in mono mode, it can play in 4-way. This crossover is designed for ease of use. It has no complicated features and it is suitable for all levels of works from beginners to professional, permanent installation in restaurants, pubs, bar, and other places. And this is extremely good for limited budget application. With a basic function that are completely available, therefore this is suitable for all type of applications. This TXO-234 MKII is considered a superior quality for its price. So let's explore the front of this TXO-234 MKII. On the front, there's an input signal control unit, which the gain can be increased from infinity to plus 12 dB. There's a low cut button which have 25 Hz cutoff and at 24 dB per octave slope. Next, you'll find a function that manages the crossover section. Each of the channels, each of the inputs can be cut by 2 cutoff points, so it can play in 3 ways. It also separated from low mid and the high mid. The low mid range frequency from 44 Hz to 930 Hz, and the mid high range cut the frequency around 440 Hz to 9.3 kHz. The low frequency delay features is the highlight of this device. This is to say it can delay the audio signal for the low frequency band. Typically, a general sound system installation, the speakers and the subwoofer normally are not placed in the same position. Therefore, it is crucial for us to make sure both of the sound reach at the same point at the same time. So this delay is a very useful feature to make that happen. Next will be the gain adjustment for the low output. It has a gain of minus infinity to plus 6 dB. So it's the same for low, mid, and high range, and it will affect all the 3 outputs individually. Next is the low phase output. So this one is to use to reverse the phase for the sub cabinet. And next we have a low mute button, which this is to use to mute the subwoofer cabinet. For mid-range control, so we are using the high output knob to adjust the gain, which again we can adjust from minus infinity to plus 6 dB. So we have the same thing, phase reversal button in the middle and a mute button as well. So here we have a CD horn button, and this actually is a special design features to use proper handling of a horn speaker. So it smoothen out the horn frequencies. In a nutshell, it sounds better with this turned on. On the far right side, there's a limit function. So this knob is used to set the signal's threshold by working with the limit button to limit the output signal. The principle of these features is when the signal exceeded the threshold that we set, the signal will not exceed the threshold. So therefore, the volume of the output doesn't go too loud or louder than what we have set. So basically, we can set the limit from minus 6 dB to plus 20 dB. Basically, plus 20 dB means there's no limit at all. Now let's explore the back of Topp Pro TXO-234 MKII. At the far left, this is the power supply socket. Then we have the output channels. We have a separate channels for treble, bass, and mid. These connectors are in balanced XLR. There is also a mode selection features, whether you want to play how many way, 2-way, 3-way, 4-way, is up to you. So next is the low sum button. It works by combining your left and right signals to this output. So this applies to 4-way mono playback or even in 2 or 3-way stereo playback. Next, we have a crossover frequency button. So basically, this button will toggle between the range. We can toggle between 440 Hz to 9.3 kHz or toggle to 44 Hz to 930 Hz. Topp Pro TXO-234 MKII, despite being an analog crossover, it has comprehensive features that worth every penny. You can make it run in mono 4 ways or in stereo mode in both 2-way or 3-way.